welcome to PRTC TV and our presentation of the boys 4th and 5th grade 2022 grade school Jackson County Championship. With me I have head coach Ashley Gabbard of Tyner #2. You guys have been 8-1 on the season. It's been a great year. What's this year been like for you as a coach?
We've had a really good time this year. We started off, had some 5th graders that didn't get to play last year. And then our 4th graders, you know, because of COVID, we lost a whole year with them. And so we've spent the year just trying to teach fundamentals and rebuild a little bit. But I'm really proud of my boys. They've worked really hard this year.
Now, you've had 8 wins against 1 loss, but that 1 loss is the team you're facing tonight, and that's Bradley Sandlin Sand Gap Tigers.
Yeah, they're a very talented team. They're all around just a good team, a lot of good offense. Speed, and it'll be a tough matchup for us again tonight. But our boys played really good last night, and I'm looking for them to play well again tonight, so I'm excited for our matchup.
Good luck, Coach. Appreciate you. Mr. Sandlin, come on over. Come on over. Up next, I'm going to talk to Sand Gap #1 coach, Mr. Sandlin. And Sandlin, what's the year been like for you and your players?
It's been an exciting season. I get to coach my boys. Both of them play for me. But over the last 4 years, they've all become my boys. You know, I've been with them since both of them were in 2nd grade. So we've had a real good season and looking to finish it off strong.
How have you guys done this year? Have you gone undefeated?
Yes, sir. We've been undefeated. But it don't mean you can't lose a game. You know, we respect our opponents. We always want the county to get better. That's what it's about. I know we get Sand Gap versus Tyner versus McKee a lot of times, but to me, I'm looking to make these boys contribute to middle school. That's my main goal.
I love your heart, Mr. Sandlin. Good luck tonight, Coach. Thank you. Back with the game straight ahead here on PRTC TV.
Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today. It's been a tough year, and PRTC is here to help by providing the affordable connectivity program to qualifying customers. If anyone in your household qualifies for certain government benefits, PRTC may be able to reduce your current broadband bill by up to $30 a month, one discount per household. Visit acpbenefit.org to learn more and see if you qualify. PRTC, keeping you connected.
And welcome back to Jackson County High School here on PRTC TV. We are set for the boys' 4th and 5th grade championship game. Just ran up a flight of stairs, so I'm a little out of breath, Hunter.
Brian, team on the scoreboard. Looks like they got some very athletic kids, and then our visiting team's going to be Tyner, looking for the Tyner sweep tonight here if somehow Tyner can pull off the win.
Well, the first 3 games we had undefeated Tyner teams in the 2nd and 3rd grade girls game, the 4th and 5th grade girls game, and in the 2nd and 3rd grade boys game. But the script kind of flips in that Coach Brad Sandlin Sand Gap Tigers are undefeated on the year at either 9-0 or 10-0, and Tyner is 8-1, but that 1 loss came to the hands of the Sand Gap Tigers. So no undefeated sweep for Tyner, as they will come in as a bit of an underdog to Coach Sandlin's Sand Gap Tigers. Got a chance to interview both the coaches before the game, and both of them's got great hearts for the kids. And just look at this as more of a celebration of athletics here in Jackson County.
Yep. And I think really with your elementary schools like it is, I think that's what you've got to do, because we've got one middle school. It's not like other counties or anything like that. So all these kids right now, these 5th graders, are all fixing to be teammates. So there's no reason to have any bad blood, because whether you like it or not, that's fixing to be your teammate.
They're all going to come together when they get to the middle school.
Yes.
All right, let's get your lineups for the 2 teams. We'll start with the home team, then transfer over to the away team in just a moment under head coach Brad Sandlin, Sangap White. Number 42 is Tyler Sandlin. Number 24 is Noah Saylor. Number 54 is Trey Smith. Number 33 is Jonah Sandlin. Number 3, I think he said, was Colton Smith. 55 is Luke Heisel. 24, Tyler Markham. And number 13 is Peyton Isaacs. And I think they also had a Blake Isaacs on there that I did not see on the scoreboard, or the scorebook rather. So Sangap will be the home team on the scoreboard and the number 1 seed in this boys 4th and 5th grade tournament. The away team on the scoreboard is coached by Miss Ashley Gabbard, the Tyner team. Tyner number 2 against Sangap number 1. Tyner is number 25, Jacob Baker. Number 23, Kanan Judd. 24 is Tucker Scalf. 34, Eli Summers. 35, Derek Gabbard. 13 is Dawson Wagers. 32, Nick Seals. 42 is Daryl Mathis. And number 10 is Carson Wilson. Tip controlled by Tyner, and they inbound, get the tip, and got what they used to call cherry picking down there on the other end. Smart play by Tyner. Number 35, Derek Gabbard gets the easy bucket, and I missed that one. Sandlin.
Coast to coast.
Tyler Sandlin, number 42, with the basket for Sangap, and we're even at 2. Got a foul called on Sangap's number 54, Trey Smith, out of his first and the team's first. This game getting underway. It appears we're going to have some points put on the board by these two teams. Number 34, that's Eli Summers with the basketball for Tyner. Crossover dribble.
Good pass.
Back to him, and I think he tried to find his teammate, number 35, Derek Gabbard, but the ball is thrown away. It'll go back to Sangap.
I really would like to see Summers right there just go up with it. He's had to look, just by the looks out there at the first look. First glance, number 42, Sandlin's probably the Gap's best player, so if you can get him in foul trouble, you might have a chance of knocking him off.
Nice drive down there by number 24, Noah Saylor. Couldn't get it to fall, and we've got a foul. Looks like on Tyner. And going to the line for Sangap, is that number 33?
Yes, it is.
Jonah Sandlin. Free throw is off the back iron, no good. Tied at 2. At this level of play, we do 10-minute running quarters. So it'll be 40 minutes of basketball. They only stop the clock on timeouts or in the last minute of each quarter and the last 2 minutes of the game. And we've got a foul called, well, I guess they're going to say can't defend in backcourt. I'm not used to that rule.
No, it's throwing me off here.
So Jonah Sandlin unable to connect on a couple of free throws here, and Eli Summers going to bring it up for Tyner. Tied at 2. Starts right, comes back left, penetrates, puts the shot up. It's going to be short, but we're going to have a foul called on Sangap's number 3, Colton Smith. His first and team second, and Summers to the free throw line to shoot 2. Tyner number 2, or Tyner Red if you want to call him, at 8-1 on the season. Sangap White is an undefeated 10-0 on the season. Summers gets the first free throw to go. Second on the way is short. Rebound, Summers. Went off a couple of players' hands, but Summers gets it back. Floater off the glass, no good. Rebound to Sandlin. Tyler Sandlin taking on all comers and draws the foul. Whistle that one, I believe, on number 25 for Tyner, which is Jacob Baker. His first and the team's second. Sandlin to the free throw line to shoot 2. First one is good. Really good rotation and form on that free throw from Sandlin.
Sandlin seems like a player that is going to play 1 through 5 in this game tonight. He's in the middle of the 2-3 zone, but every time I've seen a miss by Tyner, he comes out with the rebound.
They get their own rebound. Number 33 can't get it to fall, though. Tyler Sandlin gets 1 of 2, and now we're tied at 3. Jonah Sandlin, his younger brother, almost had the putback. Summers drives, kicks it right side. About a 15-foot jumper is too strong, but they run down their own rebound. That's Judd. Down low, shot is blocked, but he gets it back and gets it up there, but can't get it to fall. And a fight for the loose ball, and we're going to have a foul as Sandlin ended up getting control of the basketball. And we're going to have a foul called on number 35, Derek Gabbard. His first, team's third. Number 24, that's Noah Saylor on the point for Sangap. Over to Sandlin. He'll shoot that left elbow 3. It's short. Rebound to Sangap. Acrobatic shot, no good. Loose ball. Picked up by number 23, Kanan Judd, and he passes it from behind his back to Summers. Summers on the drive, has his shot blocked by Sandlin. It'll go back to Tyner, though. So it appears that two of the driving forces on this offense for both teams are Eli Summers for Tyner and Tyler Sandlin for Sangap here, at least in the early going. Summers trying to do a little shovel pass, deflected, comes right back to him, misses the short jumper, goes back into Tyner's hands, though. And number 35 with the basket, Derek Gabbard. That's his second bucket here in the first quarter. Number 54, ball fake, wing shot is up and in. Trey Smith with the basket. And we're tied at 5. Love seeing Derek Gabbard after he made that baseline jumper. He was coming down the floor, pounding that chest. He's pumped.
Oh, yeah.
I love seeing the energy.
So, you tell that this game means something, too.
Little hook pass down low, and number 35, Gabbard, unable to control it. Bounces off his foot. And we're tied at 5. We played just over 6 minutes here in the first quarter. Streaming to you live on this Friday night, March the 18th, on our PRTC TV Facebook page and our YouTube channel. Nice move down low by Tyler Sandlin. He's got 5. Sangap inches ahead by 2.
Really seems like you're in the early going, too, that Tyner seems like they're more of a kind of slow. They want to slow this game down. Seems like any time that Tyler Sandlin gets it, he's running with a full head of steam, too.
Number 12 and number 55 check in for Sangap. That is Tyler Markham and Luke Heisel. Yeah, I think that as long-legged as Tyler Sandlin is and quick, he can push the tempo for Sangap. We do have a timeout on the floor with 3:13 left here in the first quarter. Sangap with a 2-point lead, 7-5. We'll keep it right here for this break. These two teams advanced to this championship game. Sangap, number 1, which is the team we'll see in play tonight, was a top seed, and they had a bye in the first round. Tyner 1 defeated Tyner number 3 in the opening round. Tyner 2 had a bye. Sangap number 2 beat McKee. And then in the semifinals, Sangap 1 defeated Tyner number 1, and Tyner number 2 defeated Sangap number 2. So here we are with Sangap number 1 against Tyner number 2. Here's a three-pointer. Is no good off the hand of Gabbard. And here comes Tyler Sandlin with a head full of steam the other way. Puts it up, will not fall. Gets his own rebound and puts it up and in, and the foul. A nice little baseline shot after the contact from Tyler Sandlin. I believe they're going to whistle that foul on number 24, Tucker Scaff. His first and the team's fourth, and Sandlin with an opportunity to complete the three-point play, and does. 8 points of their 10 for Tyler Sandlin. And now 10-5 Sangap, although the scoreboard shows 9-5. Here's Summers, one-handed shot, too strong. And Sandlin comes out of there with the rebound. Weaving through traffic, puts it up too strong. Rebound to number 55 for Sangap, but he loses the handle on it, and here comes Tyner the other way. Got a stop in play for some reason. I think they were just checking out one of the players. And now they did fix the scoreboard, 10-5. Gabbard inbounds to Eli Summers. Summers splits the defenders. Pass to the corner. Jumper is good. Nice penetration and dish, and finding number 25, Jacob Baker. Baker's first points of the night. Sandlin into the paint, has it knocked away and called for traveling. Ten to 7. 1:18 left here in the first quarter. Sangap trying to protect their undefeated season here in the final game of the year. Tyner only with one loss, and it was to Sangap. Penetration by Summers. Three-pointers well short. Back up and in, though, by Eli Summers. First bucket of the night for Eli. To go with his free throw, he's got 3. And Tyner, with back-to-back buckets, has trimmed that 5-point lead down to 1 with 47 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, it seems like a game of runs.
Three-pointer is no good off the hand of Saylor, but number 55 runs down the rebound, Heisel. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Brad Sandlin to protect the possession with 34 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sangap with a 1-point lead, 10-9. We'll take a quick break and come back with more next on PRTC TV.
There's so many great things about life in gig country, and PRTC is proud to be one more. A local internet provider with all the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power multiple Wi-Fi devices all over your home, we've got the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, give us a call, or visit us online to learn more. PRTC, your local internet connection.
Welcome back to Jackson County High School here on PRTC TV. Sangap with a 1-point lead, 10-9, here in the first quarter of the boys 2022 Jackson County Grade School Championship game for 4th and 5th grade. Inbound to Sandlin, and he cuts the defenders but can't finish. And the rebound to number 35, Derek Gabbard. 25 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Looking like Tyner's going to hold for the final shot.
Summers, I don't think he's going to. Little floater from the baseline, no good. Rebound to number 23, no good. But then number 34, I believe that was Summers again, puts it up and in. So Tyner with 3 shots at the basket. They have a 1-point lead, 11-10. Sandlin with a long 3, and it's an air ball. And that's going to end the first quarter. So a very balanced performance by both teams. And at the end of the first quarter, Tyner with a 1-point lead, 11-10. Stay tuned. We'll come back with the second quarter straight ahead from Jackson County High School. This is PRTC TV.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
Tyner cheerleaders entertaining the crowd during the changeover from the first quarter to the second quarter. Second quarter about to get underway here on PRTC TV from Jackson County High School. You're watching live streaming coverage of the 2022 Jackson County 4th and 5th grade boys championship game. Tyner with a 1-point lead, 11-10 as we start the second quarter. We're streaming to you live on this Friday night, March 18th on our PRTC TV Facebook page and our PRTC TV YouTube channel. Sangap going to get the ball to open up the second quarter, and Jonas Sandlin inbounds to his brother Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin penetrates, and we're going to have a foul before the shot on number 35, Derek Gabbard, and I've got him with his second and the team's fifth.
I've got him with 2 as well.
Inbound, shot is up, no good. Rebound.
Shot it the first time.
To Sandlin, and he gets tripped. I believe they're going to give that one to number 34, Summers, his first, team 6th. So Tyner racking up a few fouls here in the early going of the second quarter.
Key players as well.
Yes, sir, both of them.
Next foul, too, for Sangap will be one of the bonus.
Jonas Sandlin inbounds to Tyler Sandlin. Tyler through traffic and has it knocked away, but gets it back, and we're going to have a foul on Tyler Sandlin on the rebound. I believe that's the first on Tyler and the team's third. And number 34, Eli Summers, walks it up for the Cardinals. Tried the crossover, but it was knocked away. Now stolen. Sangap with the pick. There's a shot up and no good off the hand of number 54. Back up again, no good by Sangap. Tyler Sandlin gets the rebound, goes down low, puts it up and in. Tyler Sandlin jumps in double figures with 10, puts Sangap back up by 1, 12-11. Been pretty much a seesaw battle since we started.
Yep.
Eli Summers into the paint. A little bit of a wild shot there, no good. Might have been anticipating the contact. Number 54, Trey Smith with the shot. It's short. And nice effort to try to save it in there by number 3, Colton Smith, but stepped on the baseline. .7:42 left here in the first half. 12-11. Sangap on top by 1. Summers gets the screen, and we're going to have what?
I believe a push on Saylor.
Number 24, Noah Saylor picks up his first and the team's 4th. Gabbard will inbound into Judd. Knocked away, comes right back to Judd. His shot is blocked out of there by Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin goes all the way down and is going to be fouled by number 32, Nick Seals, who had checked in between quarters. His first, team 7th, and that's going to put Tyler Sandlin to the free throw line to shoot 1 and a bonus. Sandlin 2 of 3 from the free throw line so far in this game. First one rattles around, won't fall, but Sangap gets the rebound. Younger brother Jonas Sandlin, then he throws it away. Eli Summers with the interception. Short jumper is no good, but we're going to have a foul against Sangap's number 3, Colton Smith, and he's picked up his second. So Tyner's Eli Summers going to go to the free throw line, have 5 points in the first quarter, and he's the current leading scorer for the Cardinals here in the first half. Tyner's gone the first 2 minutes without any points thus far. Summers trying to change that and does. Number 13 for Tyner, Dawson Wagers, replaces Nick Seals. Summers with his second free throw opportunity, and it's also good. Really nice rotation off the hand of number 34. 13-12 as Tyner inches back ahead. And Tyler Sandlin bringing it up for San Gap. Nice little move down there, and it will not fall. Number 24, Noah Saylor. He did everything but fall through the hoop. Nice move, young man. The rim might have robbed you.
A lid on it, as they say.
They called a jump ball, and the alternating possession arrow favors Tyner. And Summers weaving through traffic. Going to take the 3 ball. That one's too strong. And the rebound actually tips out to Tyner's Wagers. And then knocked away and stolen. Tyler Sandlin goes down. Nice move. Can't get the layup to fall. Come in there with a little bit too much of a head of steam. Tyner has the rebound. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe, called by Coach Gabbard of Tyner to save the possession. We'll take a quick break. 4:33 left in the first half. Seesaw battle continues. 13-12. Tyner leads San Gap by 1 on PRTC TV.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC, it's all about you.
PRTC TV. McKee faithful rooting on their teams tonight. 4:33 left here in the first half. You're watching PRTC TV from Jackson County High School. 13-12, Tyner with a 1-point lead. Keep in mind the only loss for Tyner's 4th and 5th grade Tyner team that's playing tonight has been to this same San Gap team. Summers penetrates, draws the defense. Jumper from the baseline, no good. Going to go out of bounds. And back to San Gap. Number 42, Tyler Sandlin brings it up for the Tigers. He's actually got a fellow teammate that is tying his shoe during the offensive set. You don't see that very often.
You do not see that very often.
But what, it might have been a diversion. We don't know.
Yeah,
it could have been a diversion. If it was, I'm going to congratulate Blake Isaacs because he did a great job.
It's like Jackie Moon said in semi-pro, I'm going Rover, Coach. I'm a distraction.
Going Rover. Noah Sandlin drives into the paint, has his shot deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Tigers. Number 33 set to inbound. That's Jonah Sandlin, and it's knocked away, and it'll stay with the Tigers. 3:18 and counting left here in the first half. It has been very even all the way through this one thus far. Jonah Sandlin will try it again. And stolen, but stepped on the sideline did number 23, Kanan Judd. And what we got?
Timeout, San Gap.
All right, we got a timeout on the floor called by Coach Sandlin of San Gap. We'll keep it right here. 2:59 left here in the first half, 13-12. The points seem to come a lot easier there in that first quarter, Hunter, but we've played over 7 minutes here in this second quarter with only 2 points for each team. Now, do you attribute that more to the defense or maybe just not taking as good a shots as they were in the first quarter and running good offensive sets?
I think it has a little bit to do with both. Seems like the play's kind of, I would say at this point, favoring more to Tyner because they don't seem like they're trying to get in too much of a hurry. But I just watching here in the early little bit, looks like San Gap likes to go fast. And with the calls and everything that they're having right now is that Tyner's slowing them down. It seems like San Gap actually might be trying to go too fast right now with rushing everything, which is leading to bad shots and poor decisions.
San Gap really likes to get up and down the floor. Transition basketball. Inbound to Sandlin, knocked away. Good defense down there by Gabbard to knock it away, and here comes Summers for the Cardinals. And we've got what?
Offensive, I believe.
Moving screen called on Kanan Judd. His first, team's 8th. That will be considered a player control or offensive foul, so no free throws.
Nope. Coach Sandlin tried his best there to get free throws out of that.
He sure did. He was working on it. Jonas Sandlin inbounds to Noah Saylor, number 24. He'll run the point on this offensive set. And that would be what? Double dribble. Stopped his dribble really quick, but put it back down. Gabbard inbounds to Summers.
Of course, I will say one difference that I have noticed here is that I do believe when I played, you were allowed to press. I don't think you're allowed to press even.
Three-pointer taken by Derek Gabbard, and he just about got it to go. Tyler Sandlin with the rebound for the Tigers and puts it up, no good. And Eli Summers with the rebound. You can even tell, you know, Sangap gets the ball and they're pushing it as hard as they can. Tyner wants to get into more of an offensive set, half-court offense.
Yeah, like I said, Tyner doesn't seem to be in any kind of hurry.
Traveling called on number 25, Baker. Well, we've played almost 9 minutes here in this 10-minute running second quarter, as they play 4 10-minute running quarters in 4th and 5th grade. And only 4 points scored by the two teams combined. And Tyler Sandlin changes that, though. He's got 12 of their 14. They inch ahead by 1 with 47 seconds left, 14-13, Sangap. Summers penetrates, puts it up, no good, but going to draw the foul on Tyler Sandlin. That's going to be his second and the team's 6th. It'll be a shooting foul.
You got Sandlin with 2?
I've got him with 2.
That'll be something too to watch there going forward.
Number 34, Eli Summers, going back to the free throw line. He is 3 of 4 there tonight, has 7 of his team's 13. 40 seconds left in the first half. First one is rattling out. Summers a second opportunity, trying to tie the score. And cannot, missed them both. Number 24 gets the rebound, though, for Tyner. Nice job by Scaff. Here's the jumper from the baseline by number 35, Gabbard, and he puts it up and in. He's got 6. So even though we have a couple of missed free throws, they do the work on the offensive glass and get 2 points out of it. Not sure if they called that on 24 or 21. But we do have a 24 or 23 rather for Tyner. But it is going to be free throws for Sangap, as that is going to be the 9th team foul on Tyner. I believe our shooter is Saylor.
Yep.
24. Hasn't scored tonight. Been very active, though, in the game. They get 1 and a bonus.
Had a very nice move earlier as well.
Makes the free throw right through there. Sangap not shooting them very well. They are 2 of 6. Tied up at 15, 22 seconds left before halftime. Very evenly matched game, and one that if the second half plays out like this one, it'll be a dandy.
Yep.
Second one is short. Rebound to number 23, Judd, for Tyner. Summers will bring it up, 15 seconds. Summers, a long 3, and he nailed it. Eli Summers, a big three-pointer from the top of the key, and puts Tyner ahead by 3, 18-15, 4 seconds left. Here's a 3, is going to be short off the hand of Tyler Sandlin, so Eli Summers' 3 from the top of the key gives Tyner a 3-point lead, as we go into halftime. Tyner Cardinals 18 and the Sand Gap Tigers 15. Stay tuned. We'll come back with Hunter at the half and our first half stats and get you ready for the second half. Straight ahead. Stay tuned for more from PRTC TV.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast, crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
Hey everyone, we are Leave Those Kids Alone. We are so happy to announce that we are coming to the Jackson County Fair.
We can't wait to play all of your favorite classic rock hits.
So mark your calendar, Labor Day weekend.
We'll see you at the Jackson County Fair.
We can't wait to rock Kentucky Labor Day weekend.
We are Leave Those Kids Alone. See you soon.
Located in the Jackson County Regional Industrial Park in Annville, Kentucky, the Jackson County McKee Industrial Development Authority helps companies and communities win. It is and always will be our mission to recruit new business and industry and support the people in our region. We want the people and industry to stay in Jackson County, and here's why. We offer workforce information and training, business planning for new and existing businesses, the fastest broadband in Kentucky, state-of-the-art facilities, and financial assistance and tax incentives. All of this with a rich culture of communities that care. We were just announced as a certified work-ready in progress area. What does this mean for Jackson County? It means that we're ready to go to work with a diverse, skilled, and dedicated workforce. We now have a prime 22-acre construction-ready location just off the newly constructed Highway 30 and only 18 miles from I-75. Close enough, yet far enough. We're Kentucky's advanced manufacturing hub.
Sand Gap Dance Team entertaining the crowd at halftime here of the 2022 Jackson County Boys 4th and 5th grade championship game on PRTC TV. We're at Jackson County High School. Your halftime score, Tyner with the 3-point lead over Sand Gap 18-15. And with me I have a lifelong friend, the director of pupil personnel and the athletic director here in Jackson County, Mr. Wes Bishop. And Wes, culmination of a great year. These kids get to see this big floor and this big crowd, and I've talked to some of them here tonight, and they really feel like they've arrived when they get to the high school and get to play some basketball.
I think we've had, including cheer, dance, basketball, boys and girls, we've had over 350 kids participate.
Now, is it just me, or is this much later than it usually is?
This is much later than it usually is due to our gym capacities were limited until November. And once the gym capacities were lifted, because we couldn't use this facility or the middle school facility because their teams were using it. Whereas last year we used this facility in April, and their seasons were already done because our elementary season was so late. In order to use Sand Gap, McKee, and Tyner elementary gyms, we had to wait on those COVID capacity restrictions to lift, which started in November. By the time you order uniforms, etc., snow and COVID, we ended up starting the 2 days before we went on Christmas break. And it's ended up, each team got to play at least 9 games this year, some of them 10 who made it farther in the tournament, and we got as close to normal as possible.
Now, you mentioned COVID, and people don't have any comprehension of the logistical challenges and the scheduling challenges that you get into, but you've been behind the scenes having to work through this all the time. Things are getting better, but it has been a really nightmare the last 2 years.
Correct, it has been. And last year, I think we ended up giving the kids 6 games. We didn't end up playing a tournament, just enough to say we had a season. This season, we've had a normal length of time and had a tournament, etc., but it took us a little longer. It took us a little longer to get from point A to point B than we wanted it to, but we still got there.
I was talking to one of our players of the game, J.C. Estridge, in one of the earlier games tonight, and she was telling me it was basketball tonight and softball tomorrow, and I said, do you mind it? And she said, no, I just love playing sports. But, you know, at the very least, we got to have it. The kids got to experience it, and that's a whole lot more than we had last year.
That's right.
Now, as athletic director and director of pupil personnel, people that really don't know, summarize that for people that don't know what you get into with those two roles here at Jackson County?
Well, as far as athletic director, we try to keep some sort of project going at all times to improve our facilities. But now we're doing a drainage project on our high school softball field. Due to the fact we host the region there in 3 years, we wanted to be prepared. Just like our baseball field, we had it looking unbelievable this year at the regional tournament. We want the same thing to the softball field. So we're already starting that. We've done a complete remodel job on the Tyner Middle School facility this year, which we really like that. And right now we're going to have round 2 of interviews for football coach next week. So hopefully we'll have someone in place for that position by the end of next week. That's our goal, and hope possibly by the first next week.
So you mentioned a very busy schedule as an athletic director with a lot going on, but you're also the director of pupil personnel.
Yes.
Now what is a typical day, week, month like as DPP?
You go to court 3 days a week or 3 days a month over truant issues. You do attendance figures and numbers, and it's a numbers game. So that's what you deal with that. You try to get your attendance up as high as possible, and you try to get those students that do not meet the expectations of that attendance, try to help them along and get their attendance better.
Well, we appreciate all that you do, Wes. You and I go way, way back. We used to be neighbors at one time.
Neighbors,
right
yes.
Across the yard from each other. And I know you got 2 big hats you wear, and you do it well. People see this tournament, and they don't know how much it takes to pull something like this off. But really appreciate your investment in the youth, and it's good to have a friend and a guy that really has the heart of these kids right here.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and listen, a great tournament here tonight. We've had a great crowd and everything. I love seeing the energy, and was watching one of the boys from Tyner, Derek Gabbard, make a basket. You would have thought he was the king of the mountain coming back down the floor, and I love seeing the passion in these young people's eyes.
I do too. We're back to normal.
And I love it. Wes Bishop, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Appreciate that. Wes Bishop joining us here at halftime. Hunter, come on over and we'll do some stats as we got a chance to talk to Wes Bishop, our athletic director, and our director of pupil personnel. And we've got just enough time, it appears, Hunter Carroll, for you to tell us how we got to this halftime score of this very balanced game between Tyner and Sand Gap, with them leading 18-15 on the Eli Summers 3, the last possession.
We'll start with number 24, Sailor, with 1 point on Sand Gap side. Number 24, Sailor, with 1 point. Number 54, Smith, with 2 points, and then they were led by number 42, Sandlin, with 12 points. Then if you jump over to Tyner, you've got number 25, Baker, with 2 points. Number 35, Gabbard, with 6 points, and then they were led by number 34, Eli Summers, with 10 points. I really thought too, Brian, that shot Eli hit there at the end of half was felt like a momentum change. I mean, it's still it's a 3-point game, and St. Gap's obviously in striking distance, but it just seems like the tide or the shift might have turned right there. That shot to me really seemed like it took the air out of St. Gap's momentum.
Most of the time when you play 20 minutes of basketball and you're at halftime, you can point out to one particular sequence of events to where one team, had the momentum for a little while. This game, though, it has not been that. It has been a seesaw battle back and forth, tit for tat. You make a bucket, we make a bucket. Neither team has really established any momentum. But like you said, the 3 from Summers at the horn takes Tyner into the locker room at halftime with a head full of steam. And this game could really be determined by who comes out of the locker room with the most strength in the third quarter.
Yep, this goes back to like you and I have talked to about multiple times on broadcast. That first 2 to 4 minutes at any given point in time really it doesn't decide the game, but it seems like every time we talk about a game when the tide changes or something like that, what was the key turning point? It's usually the first 2-3 minutes there in that third quarter.
Well, we are about to find out as we got about 15 seconds before the start of the third quarter. It has been a Tyner sweep thus far, with the Tyner 2nd and 3rd grade girls, the Tyner 4th and 5th grade girls, and the Tyner 2nd and 3rd grade boys all winning in relatively convincing fashion in the first 3 games. Now, in this particular game, Coach Sandlin's Sand Gap White Tigers are undefeated, and Coach Gabbard's Tyner Cardinals have lost 1 game, and it was to this Sand Gap team. So I really believe that we are heading for a nip and tuck battle over the last 20 minutes of this basketball game.
Yeah, this seems like it could very well be that one of those games that whoever has the ball is last.
Well, each player has got, at least one player that can really change the game. Eli Summers for Tyner and Tyler Sandlin for Sangap. Of course, Derek Gabbard also with 3 big buckets for Tyner there in that first half. Sangap will get the ball first. Tyler Sandlin, always dangerous. Turnaround jumper is a little bit too strong. Rebound loose on the floor and picked up by number 34, Eli Summers, for the Cardinals. Eli gets the screen. Starts left, moves right, passes down low. Pass was a little bit too strong.
Yep.
And it is going to go back to Sangap.
Yeah, Eli kind of put a little too much mustard on that one.
Close range passes, you always want to see players bounce the basketball. Sandlin goes into the paint. Little scoop shot up and in off the glass. Nice job by number 42. He's got 14. And Tyner lead down to 1, 18-17. Summers penetrates. Not a great pass, but it is saved there by Judd. Over to
nice pass.
Scaff. Now number 35 shot it a little bit too quick. Did Derek Gabbard, and Sangap comes out of there with it. Here comes Trey Smith. Going to have an offensive foul, I believe, called on number 54, Trey Smith. It'll be Trey's second, team's first. 8 minutes and 30 seconds left here early on in the third quarter. Tyner with the ball, leading by 1, 18-17. Eli Summers into the paint, kicks it right side. Number 25 with the jumper, in and out.
Good.
Jacob Baker did everything to make that ball go. On the other end, number 24, nice move down there by Saylor. He can't get it to fall. And Tyner's number 25, Baker, with the rebound, hands off to Summers. Summers behind the back dribble. Gabbard for a 3, that's short. Sandlin with the rebound, and he's pushing it. Sandlin drives all the way down, but can't finish. And Tyner ends up with the rebound. Coach Sandlin of Sangap trying to go undefeated for the year. Summers for another 3. That one's no good. Number 42, Sandlin with the rebound. Goes all the way down and almost loses the basketball. Does find a teammate, number 3, Colton Smith. And Coach Sandlin going to have to call a timeout to try to retain the possession with 7:17 left here in the third. We'll keep it right here for this 30-second timeout. Middle of March. Late for basketball as the boys' Sweet 16 already is completing their quarterfinal round tonight.
We're down to the final 4.
Softball and baseball have already started for both middle school and high school.
Yep. Should be an exciting year for both the Lady Generals and the Generals.
In baseball and softball?
Yeah, Generals, with the 0-2 record, but have played 2 very, very good baseball teams so far. And I think the Lady Generals won their opening game.
Sandlin missed the shot. The rebound went to number 3, Smith. He gets it over to Saylor. Saylor, nifty ball handling, but gets his shot blocked by Eli Summers. Summers heading the other way. Try to do a behind-the-back pass and
got a little too fancy there.
Ended up deflecting back off of him out of bounds. Yeah, sometimes you can do a little too much.
Yep.
Number 33 for 3, and he nailed it. That is Jonas Sandlin. First 3 of the game for Sangap, and that puts them ahead by 2, 20-18. Played almost 4 minutes here in the third quarter. Big three right there by Jonah Sandlin. Pass goes off the foot of number 42, Mathis. Sangap heading the other way. Saylor off the glass. No good. Rebound to Tyner. And we're going to have a foul, I believe, called. Maybe they just
no.
Say
I think that was the
went out of bounds.
No, I think it was the
backcourt.
You can't take it from him in the backcourt.
Yeah. So Tyner with the ball, trailing by 2, 20-18. Summers through the paint, carves out some
Nice
space,
move.
puts it up and in. Nice strong move there by Eli Summers.
And I'd say right now, if you're Coach Gabbard, you're probably wanting Eli to look for his shot more right there instead of selling for a three or behind the back pass or something like that.
Higher percentage shot.
Yep.
12 points for Eli Summers. Pass is stolen by Summers. And here he comes the other way. Tied at 20. Summers, floating shot, no good. Here comes Tyler Sandlin the other way. Sandlin off the glass, no good. Rebound though, and number 3, Colton Smith, was trying to pass it back to Tyler Sandlin, but he was coming back in from being out of bounds, and that is a violation. Sangap has outscored Tyner 5-2 here in the first 5.5 minutes of the third quarter. Number 34, Summers, into offensive court for Tyner. Has it taken away from him. Good steal there by Jonah Sandlin. Sandlin has his pocket picked. Teams exchange
turnovers
really quickly.
It's a hot potato right now, Brian.
Summers for 3. That one's short. Rebound to Jonah Sandlin. Hands off to his brother Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin off the glass, no good. And we're going to have a foul on the rebound on number 3, Colton Smith. That's his third and team's second. Tempo probably favoring Tyner at this point in the game, as they have done a good job slowing things down. Eli Summers might have just lost the basketball, but it ends up in the hands of Derek Gabbard, and he puts it up and in. He loves that baseline.
We'll give him the assist anyway.
Absolutely. He's got 8 points. And ball goes off the leg, they're saying, of one of the Tyner players. It'll stay with Sangap.
Living a two-headed monster for Tyner with Summers and Gabbard.
Number 54 on the drive. Can't get it to fall from Trey Smith, and the rebound to Tyner. And Coach Ashley Gabbard wants to take a timeout. And we'll take one too. 2:47 left here in the third quarter. We've got a dandy, 22-20. Tyner on top by 2. Back with more up next on PRTC TV.
With PRTC's new expanded IPTV options, get more channels you love for less. Start with our basic TV tier, then add the expanded and digital tiers for maximum variety, or add specialty tiers to your basic package. Tiers like news and sports, or sports and more, the entertainment tier, kids and family, or our new Heartland tier. To learn more about your expanded IPTV options, call or visit PRTC online today.
PRTC TV, we've had a chance to cover 4 basketball games tonight for the grade school championship, 2nd and 3rd grade boys and girls, and 4th and 5th grade boys and girls, and this by far has been the closest matchup we've had. Your score is Tyner, they're calling themselves Tyner number 2 against Sangap White. Tyner leading by 2, 22-20, and offensive foul called on Eli Summers. That'll be his second and only the team's first of the half. Tyler Sandlin into offensive court for the Tigers. Here's a three, and that is no good off the hand of Jonas Sandlin.
Oh,
Rebound
nice
for
block.
Sang Gap's number 54, Trey Smith, but he had his shot blocked. Number 24 with the jumper. It's off the mark. Number 54 back up, and it's no good. 4 shots at it there for Sang Gap, but couldn't get it to fall. And Tyner with the rebound. Under 2 to go here in the third quarter. Tyner with the ball and a 2-point lead from the free throw line.
Nice
Summers
move.
banks it in. 14 for Eli Summers to lead all scorers.
Smart decision there by Summers for that stop and pop, little 15-footer.
Take that back. Tyler Sandlin also has 14, trying to change that right now, but acrobatic shot won't fall. And Tyner with the rebound. Momentum seems to have shifted to the Cardinals side over the last couple of minutes. Here's a three, and he got fouled on the three. And so number 35, Gabbard, is going to get 3 free throws as Trey Smith could not stop his momentum from traveling into Gabbard. And the rare 3-point foul. Be the first trip to the line tonight for Derek Gabbard. He's got 8 points. First one is rolling in. Took a trip, but fell. And Tyner now with a 5-point lead, 25-20. Talked about it during halftime. Momentum shifting. Second one is also good.
This has been the largest lead, to my knowledge, of the night for either team.
For either team, yes. Number 10 checking in for Tyner. That's Carson Wilson. Third free throw from Gabbard, and it rolls off. He made 2 of 3. Rebound to Tyler Sandlin for Sang Gap. Sandlin drives down and puts it up, no good. We got a blocking foul, though, called on Tyner.
Nice effort.
And Sandlin going to the line to shoot 2 with 59 seconds and holding left here in the third. Some debate about whether it was a shooting foul or not, but referee Harris confirms it is.
Say that has to be a shooting foul in that situation.
Sandlin on the night is 2 of 4 from the line, has 14 of his team's 20. First one is good. Tyner scored 8 points in the quarter. Sang Gap has scored 6. Misses the second one, and Summers with the rebound. And we got a foul called on Sang Gap's number 54. That's Trey Smith, and that's his 4th, and the team's 4th. Number 3 going to check in Colton Smith, replacing Trey Smith. We've got 2 Smiths, 2 Sandlins, and 2 Isaacs on this team. Throws it well into backcourt to Summers.
If you're Tyner here, you really don't feel like you need to get any kind of hurry. Maybe even hold for the final shot. Go into the fourth quarter with this 5-point lead.
Summers puts it up and rolls around the back brace and wouldn't fall. Here comes Colton Smith the other way. Nice move, but couldn't get it to fall. But Sang Gap gets the rebound, number 24, Saylor, and we're going to have a foul called on Tyner. I believe it's going to be on number 10, Wilson, his first, and only the team's 3rd. 26-21. Jonas Sandlin inbounds, gets the ball back. 3-pointer on the way is too strong. And the rebound to Eli Summers. Only 7 seconds. I'm not sure if Eli knows the time on the clock. Now he sees it. and he shoots the three, and it's too strong, and that'll be the end of the third quarter. So Tyner outscores them 8-6 in the third. They have a 5-point lead as we get ready for the start of the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. Tyner 26, Sangap 21 on PRTC TV.
Yes, we're all quite over staying home right now. But we can make it better by streaming the great shows and movies we've been wanting to see. PRTC can help with fast, reliable internet speeds up to 1 gig, enhanced by reliable Wi-Fi. Stream all you want, no matter how many gadgets are going at once. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade today.
There are lots of small reasons to have home phone service, and one very big one. 911 emergency location. Only a call from your home phone instantly transmits your address to emergency personnel. Cell phones can't.
911, what's your emergency?
If trouble comes to your home, seconds count. PRTC Home Phone helps first responders do their job. It's a small price to pay for what you can save.
Tyner Cardinals trying to avenge their only loss of the season to the undefeated Sangap Tigers, and they have a 5-point lead over Sangap as we start the final 10 minutes of play here on PRTC TV. Tyner 26, Sangap 21. Tyner with the ball to open up the fourth quarter. Gabbard finds Summers on the baseline. Summers drives, puts it up and in, and draws the foul. Eli Summers with 16 on the night. Foul is on Colton Smith. That's his fourth and team's fifth. So Tyner now with their biggest lead of the night at 7. And Summers can make it 8. And does. 17 points for Eli Summers. Tyler Sandlin into front court for Sangap. Takes on all comers and banks it up and in. 17 for Tyler Sandlin as well. 29-23. Summers puts the scoop shot up and almost gets it to fall. Foul is going to go against Tyler Sandlin, his third and the team's sixth.
So I guess you can press in the fourth quarter? They're looking like Sangap was trying to do some kind of press, but
yeah, maybe they allowed in the fourth. Free throw hits the front iron, but
we're really going to have to brush on our elementary rules next year, aren't we?
We are. Summers' free throw hits the front rim, but had some good top spin on it and rolls through there. Second one is in and out. Rebound, though, to Gabbard, and he can't get the shot to go. It's going to go back to Sangap. 30-23, still a lot of time on the clock, 8 minutes and counting here in the fourth quarter. Sandlin on the baseline, and we're going to get a foul called on Tyner. Only the fourth team foul on the Cardinals here in the second half. The 33, Jonas Sandlin, to trigger it in. Almost has it stolen by Gabbard. Number 54, acrobatic shot, can't get it to fall. That's Trey Smith. They get their own rebound, though. Colton Smith with the shot, no good. And we got an over-the-back foul, I believe, called on Summers. Summers third, team's fifth. Non-shooting foul. Sangap will inbound under their own basket. Number 13, Dawson Wagers checking in for Tyner, replacing Summers. Inbound. Sangap is going to be fouled by number 24, Tucker Scaff, his second and team sixth. Now, we haven't had a chance. They're not putting the fouls on the scoreboard, but was it just me, or did you feel like Eli Summers just fouled out?
I did.
But
I only got him with 4.
Well, I had him with 3, so we must have missed a couple down the road because it does appear he has fouled out, and that could change this basketball game.
Yes.
Number 24, that's Noah Saylor, makes the first free throw. He's 2 of 3 from the line tonight, has 2 points. So if Eli Summers has fouled out, that is a game changer for Tyner and Sandgap. Second free throw is also good. And they're saying a lane violation, so that free throw goes as a miss. 30-24.
So you can press in the fourth quarter.
Yep. And Tyner throws it away. So Coach Ashley Gabbard is going to have to find another straw that stirs the drink on the offensive side with Eli Summers fouling out. Number 54, that's Trey Smith with the shot. It's off the mark. Going to sail out of bounds back to Tyner. I mean, if you are Coach Ashley Gabbard, the one player you did not want to foul out just did.
Yep.
And we got a foul on Sandgap. 24.
Got to make your free throws here.
Noah Saylor second. Team 7th, so now we're going to have number 23 going to the line, Kanan Judd. Hasn't scored tonight, hasn't been to the free throw line as of yet. He'll get 1 in a bonus. First one no good. Rebound to Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin goes all the way down and loses his footing, and it's going to go back to Tyner. Tyler Sandlin feeling like he got tripped, I believe. And Gabbard going to inbound against full court pressure from Sandgap. And it's going to go back to Tyner. Kind of appeared, just my appearance real quickly, it might have went off of Judd's foot. But referee Rader had a much better look at it. Stolen by Sandgap. Tyler Sandlin loses the handle on it, gets it back out to number 24. The jumper's short. Back up and in. That was
number 33, Little Sandlin.
Jonah Sandlin with the bucket. He's got 5. And now 30-26. Thrown away. Ahead to Tyler Sandlin. Up off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound, back up and in. 19 for Tyler Sandlin. Is down to a 2-point game. And thrown away again. So a lot of clock left too with 3:17. You talk about a momentum shift. It has just happened. Into Tyler Sandlin. Pump fake, puts it off the glass, no good. Gets his own rebound. And we're going to have a reach-in foul called on Tyner's number 25. It's Jacob Baker, his second, team 7th, and Tyler Sandlin going back to the free throw line. He's 3 of 6 from there tonight. Looking for his 20th point. Has a chance to pull his team even with 2:34 and counting left here in the fourth quarter. Free throw is good. Sandlin with a second opportunity. Rolls off. Rebound, though, to Jonas Sandlin, but he couldn't handle it, and it goes out of bounds. So it stays a 1-point lead for Tyner, but can they break this Sandgap press without number 34 on the floor? Have a timeout called by Coach Ashley Gabbard of Tyner. 1:55 left in the game. This is going to go down to the wire. Tyner 30, Sandgap 29. More straight ahead on PRTC TV.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from PRTC TV sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value of PRTC TV everywhere. Visit prtcnet.org and sign up today.
Less than 2 minutes before we decide the 2022 Jackson County boys 4th and 5th grade champion. 30-29. Tyner leads by 1 with the ball. Full court pressure by the Tigers. And we've got a foul called on Sangap's number 3, Colton Smith, and I believe he is fouled out. Team's 8th. Number 55 checking in, Luke Heisel. Number 23, Kanan Judd, going to the line to shoot 1 and a bonus. He missed his only opportunity here from the free throw line earlier in the 4th quarter. Too strong off the glass and going to go back to Sangap. Tyler Sandlin into the paint, off the glass, won't fall. And we got a foul on Sangap's number 54. That's Trey Smith, and I believe he is fouled out. 9th team foul, second player from Sangap to foul out. I tell you what, with still a minute left and two starters from Sangap fouling out, this could go a lot of different directions over the final 60 seconds.
Still going with Brian. I believe whoever might have the ball last is going to be your winner.
Our shooter is
Judd again.
Judd again. He's missed 2 front ends of 1-and-1s here in the 4th quarter. And redeemed himself. He spread those arms wide like finally.
Yep.
31-29, out to a 2-point lead for Tyner. Second one is too strong, and it'll go back to Sangap, didn't hit the rim. So Judd gets 1 of 2, and that's a big one. Makes it a 2-point lead. Sandlin trying to split the defenders. Here's a shot from the wing. It's a 3-pointer. It's no good. Rebound, though, to Sangap, number 55. And we got a timeout called by Coach Sandlin of Sangap. 31-29 with 49 seconds left. Got to look for Tyler Sandlin on the offensive end for Sangap. He has been a one-man wrecking crew for them. He's got 20 points. Eli Summers fouled out with 18. .9 seconds left on the clock. 31-29. Tyner clinging to a 2-point lead. Sangap has outscored them 8-5 here in the 4th quarter. It'll be Sangap's ball out of the timeout. They inbound. It's knocked away by number 25, Baker. Good hands on defense. And Jonas Sandlin will try to inbound it again in front of his own bench.
Nice defense there by Judd. The steal by Judd.
Judd was shadowing Tyler Sandlin, takes it all the way down, can't get it to fall. Tyler Sandlin with the rebound.
And he steals it again.
Knocked it away from behind. Now we've got a loose ball on the floor. And we're going to have a jump ball. One of the Tyner players, I think, took a shot to the nose or the mouth. .4 seconds left. Score remains 31-29. I believe that's Gabbard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He's sitting up. Very encouraging. Don't see any blood or anything, but there's a lot of action on that last play.
Really think he just got the breath knocked out of him.
I think so too. I think Sandlin's momentum carried him into him.
Yep, seeing the way he was kindly moving and everything, and you like the sportsmanship there too by Sandlin.
Tyler Sandlin going over and putting his arm around him.
These two knowing probably they're going to be teammates here in the next few months.
So I even forgot what the call was.
I think it jumped ball last time I checked.
I believe it was.
And then, so I guess Sandgap has possession.
Sandgap has possession. 30 seconds left. They're down 2. Inbound to Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin dribbles it off his foot, and it's going to go back to Tyner. So Tyner with the 2-point lead and the ball with 24 seconds left. But can they beat the press? And they don't. Number 25, Baker, had it knocked away from him, trying to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Sandgap's ball with 19.7 seconds left, and they're down 2.
What a game.
Trying to get it inbound, and they do to Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin penetrates, puts it up, rolls in. We're tied. 10 seconds left, 31 all. Pass inbound, they do get it inbound. Now 5 seconds. Gabbard at the horn.
Free basketball.
And we are going to overtime. Tied at 31. Well, we said it could come down to the team that had the ball last, and it certainly almost did. We'll step away for a quick break and come back with overtime. Sandgap and Tyner tied up at 31 here on PRTC TV.
Not enough power? Not okay. Weak Wi-Fi? Also not okay. These days, your home's got Wi-Fi connected gadgets and devices here, there, everywhere, and they all use more and more Wi-Fi until, luckily, an easy upgrade to PRTC fast, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes it all okay. Call or visit PRTC online for a great upgrade offer today. It's been a tough year, and PRTC is here to help by providing the Affordable Connectivity Program to qualifying customers. If anyone in your household qualifies for certain government benefits, PRTC may be able to reduce your current broadband bill by up to $30 a month, one discount per household. Visit acpbenefit.org to learn more and see if you qualify. PRTC, keeping you connected.
Well, it's pretty fitting that the last game of 4 of the night is going to go down to overtime. Sandgap and Tyner tied at 31 in the 4th and 5th grade boys Jackson County Grade School Championship game from Jackson County High School. And they're going to jump. Sandlin jumping against Scaff. Tip controlled by Tyner. Gabbard puts the shot up. It's no good, but he was going the wrong way. It's actually a very good thing it didn't go in. Long pass ahead, but they can't keep it from going out of bounds. So if Gabbard had made that shot, I believe they would give the point somehow to the Sandgap bench, because that's happened before.
Yes, it has.
Here comes.
We've seen it happen before.
We have. Sandlin all the way down, puts it up and in. 24 for Sandlin. 33-31. Number 25, a head full of steam. Can't get it to fall, but we got a foul called on Sandgap's number 12. That's Tyler Markham. It'll be a 2-shot foul for number 25, Baker. (33-31). Sandgap by 2. 1:27 left here in overtime. Free throw, no good. Tyner is 3 of 7 in the 4th quarter on free throws. Sandgap 2 of 4. Second one is short. Rebound to Sangap's number 24, Saylor. And double dribble called on Saylor. Tyner will get it back. Sangap again pressing full court. A minute 21 left. Baker to inbound at the end of the Sangap bench. And they throw it away. Sangap press here in the fourth quarter and also here in overtime has caused a lot of problems for Tyner.
It sure has.
Inbound to Tyler Sandlin. And we've got a blocking foul called on number 23. That'll go against Kanan Judd, his second, and the team's 8th. So Sandlin going back to the line to shoot one and a bonus. One of the players a little bit shaken up, but he's okay. And Sandlin could give them a 4-point lead. He is 4 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. One and one. First one is good. Five of 9 for Tyler Sandlin. 25 points on the night. Second one's good as well. 26 points for Tyler Sandlin. 35-31, Sangap by 4. Here comes the Cardinals, that's a double dribble. Judd called on the double dribble. And Sangap in the driver's seat now, up by 4 with a minute 13 left. And Tyner picking up full court, and they get a knockaway. But Sandlin gets it back, and we're going to have traveling called as him and his teammate number 55, Heisel, kind of collided. So new life for the Cardinals. Inbound to Gabbard. Gabbard shoots the 3. It's short. It'll go out of bounds back to the Tigers. 35-31, Sangap by 4. Trying to complete an undefeated season is Coach Sandlin. Pass ahead to Jonas Sandlin. Loses the handle on it, and Gabbard picks up the loose ball. And we're going to have a foul on number 33, Jonas Sandlin. That will be into the double bonus for Tyner. And Gabbard going to the line to shoot 2. He is 2 of 3 from there tonight, has 10 points. Second leading scorer on the night for the Cardinals. First one is good. Rainbow. 35-32, 56 ticks left here in overtime. Trying to make it a 2-point game, and can't. Tyler Sandlin with the rebound. Sangap in a position where they do not have to shoot at all. Up 3 with 48 seconds left. But they do. And it's off the mark, off the hand of Heisel. And we've got a Sangap foul on the rebound. So that'll put Tyner back to the free throw line. And again, we're in the double bonus. Gives Tyner an opportunity to score points with no time coming off the clock. Gabbard back up there again. Just made 1 of 2. That one's short. Tyner 4 of 12 combined fourth quarter and overtime from the free throw line. Second one is good. 12 points for Gabbard, and it's down to a 2-point game. Sandlin picks up his dribble, gives it to Jonas Sandlin. on the baseline, has it knocked away, and it's going to be a jump ball. This is an important alternating possession, and it goes back to Sand Gap. 35-33. That call would have been pivotal if it had been Tyner's chance on the alternating possession.
Yes, it would have.
Jonas Sandlin to inbound. And good defense down there on the steal by Tyner. Here they come. And we're going to get a foul from behind on Tyler Sandlin. And Tyler has picked up his fourth. I believe that is Judd at the free throw line, number 23. Yep. Only 1 of 4 from the line, but he could tie it right here if he can make them both. First one is no good. Well, if you want to look at statistics, the fourth quarter and the overtime for Tyner, they have really struggled from the free throw line. It's made a difference in the game. Second one banks home. 1-point game. 35-34. 18 seconds left. Tyler Sandlin with the basketball. And we've got a timeout called by Coach Sandlin with 14 seconds left, and the score Sand Gap 35, Tyner 34. We'll keep it right here for this timeout. If you are Brad Sandlin and you are coaching Sand Gap right now, is your ultimate goal to get the ball into the hands of number 42?
Yeah, I think it is. He's very unhappy about something right now.
Talking to the officials.
Yeah.
But now, if it's Coach Sandlin's goal to get the ball into the hands of 42, do you believe it is Ashley Gabbard's goal to not let him get the basketball?
If I'm Ashley Gabbard, I put at least 2 defenders, maybe even a third, to make them throw it to somebody else right here in this situation.
Because if nothing else, you're probably going to find you're going to have a chance of finding a lower percentage free throw shooter.
Yep.
All right, we've got 14 seconds left. It is a 1-point game. Sand Gap leads by 1, 35-34, and more importantly, they have the basketball. They do get it into Sandlin. And he's going to be fouled. So that is exactly what Coach Sandlin would have wanted in this case. The interesting thing is, I think
still 1-1.
It is only the 9th team foul. You're right.
So you got to box out here right now if you're Tyner.
So Tyler Sandlin can make it a 3-point game with 2 makes. The front end is good. That one was huge. Lost audio just for a moment there. We apologize. We're back up and going now. They called a Sand Gap foul. 10 seconds left. Derek Gabbard at the line to shoot 2 shots. He can tie it with 2 makes. He is 4 of 7 from the line tonight. First one is good. 10.6 seconds left. It is back down to a 1-point game, 36-35. They need a second make, and they got it. Huge free throws by Gabbard. And Sand Gap throws it away. Shot is blocked by Sandlin. Here's a shot at the horn. It's no good. Still 2 seconds left, and we got a jump ball.
That'll be red ball.
And that's going to be Tyner's basketball with 2.3 seconds left. Tyner Cardinal showing some fight with their leading scorer off the floor fouled out. We're tied at 36 with 2 seconds left. Sand Gap turned the ball over in backcourt. And Tyner will have a chance to set up a play to win this one in the first overtime. If Tyner can't convert, we will go to a second overtime. In my 12 years of broadcasting games in Jackson and surrounding counties, I have never called a double overtime game.
Really?
Nope, never a double. I've called several overtime games, but never double overtime.
Now that I think about it, though, I can't think of ever going into a double overtime, now that you mentioned that.
Now, Coach Ashley Gabbard is drawing something up. You've got to think her first option is going to be number 35.
Yes.
Gabbard on the floor. He has got 14 points. And other than him, the only player that is scored that is still out there is Kanan Judd, and he has 2.
You got Baker, too, 25. He's got two.
He's got two. Way back in the first quarter. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Ooh, interesting.
But Gabbard's inbounding.
Yep.
They run the stack. Inbound. Shot is up. Rolls off. And we are going to double overtime. Score tied at 36. Double overtime is straight ahead. Stay tuned to PRTC TV.
Most of us are in touch with the internet in one way or another all day long. A fast, secure connection matters. It keeps us entertained, informed, in touch. PRTC cares about your connection. We know strong, reliable internet with GigaSpire whole home Wi-Fi makes life better. If you need an upgrade or just have a question, get in touch. Call or visit PRTC online today.
So, what are we doing here?
Well, just a trim. Maybe kind of a layered look.
Will you read the sign?
How about some real choice? Like the choices you get with IPTV, new from PRTC. Enjoy free HD and new features like on-screen caller ID. Plus, record 4 programs at once with our HD DVR. PRTC, it's all about you.
Well, the first overtime just wasn't enough. We are still tied at 36, and we are going to double overtime with Sandgap White taking on Tyner. Call themselves Tyner number 2. We'll call them Tyner Red for their jersey tonight. Tied at 36 in overtime.
The game that will never end.
Both teams scored 5 points in overtime. Jump ball is controlled by Tyner. And that's going to be an over and back call on Tyner. So Sandgap will get the actual first possession of the second overtime. Now I do have Tyler Sandlin unofficially with 4 fouls. Knocked away. Nice steal there by Tyner. Here comes number 23 with a head full of steam. Loses the handle on it, and it's going to be out of bounds back to Tyner. 2-minute overtime, so every possession counts.
Yep.
Gabbard to inbound for Tyner. Finds number 23. Quick shot is too strong off the hand of Judd. Tyler Sandlin heading the other way for the Tigers. Goes all the way down, puts the shot up, but can't get it to fall. There's going to be a foul called, I believe, on Tucker Scaff. It'll be a 2-shot foul for Tyler Sandlin. Derek Gabbard for Tyner trying to pump the crowd up. You gotta love it. Sandlin will get 2. First one is good. Oftentimes you see a player that's played as hard and as long as Tyler Sandlin has, you get in that second overtime and your legs get a little
tired.
They get a little jelly.
Yep.
But he made that one. Second on the way is also good. Big 2 free throws by Sandlin. Official is calling a quick timeout. Must have been some blood or something going on.
Kind of surprised here too by Sandgap to pull out of the press as well as it's worked.
Tyler Sandlin combined in the fourth quarter and in an overtime plus has 14 points since the beginning of the fourth quarter. I think I've got him with 30 for the game.
You got him with 29.
You are correct. 29 points.
He's got 16 rebounds to go along with that.
Amazing. What a game. I know Eli Summers would probably cut off his left arm to be out there right now.
Yeah. I'd say it's eating him alive.
He's been sitting on the edge of his seat wanting to get out there. He sat for a while because he found out with about 3 or 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But Tyner's showing a lot of grit right here. Shot is up from the baseline. It is short, but Tyler Markham could not handle the rebound, and Tyner will get another shot. Minute 24 left in the second overtime. 38-36, Sand Gap by 2. A little adjustment on the bandage for number 12, Markham. And Derek Gabbard going to trigger it in for Tyner. Number 32 with the shot. It's off the mark for Seals. They get the rebound, though. Gabbard puts it up, in and out. Back up, and no good again. So Tyner with 3 shots at it. Number 24, Saylor with the rebound for Sand Gap. Saylor over to Tyler Sandlin. Sandlin puts it up and in. 31 for Tyler Sandlin. And Sand Gap once again finds themselves in the driver's seat. This also happened in the first overtime, and Tyner came back. 47 seconds left. Tyner trailing Sand Gap by 4, 40-36. Knocked away briefly. They get it back. Judd. Now number 25, Baker. Back to Judd. Judd drives, scoop shot with the left hand, can't get it to fall. Gabbard got the rebound, couldn't get it to go. Sandlin with the rebound, he may have an easy one on the other end. Up and in. 33 for Tyler Sandlin, and that is probably the nail in the coffin. 42-36. Gabbard shoots the 3. That one's short. It'll go back to Sand Gap. So a hard-fought game by both teams. Sand Gap scores all 6 points, though, in the second overtime. And that's going to do it. Sand Gap completes their undefeated season with a 6-point win in double overtime over the Tyner Cardinals, 42-36. We'll come back and wrap up this broadcast in just a moment here on PRTC TV.
Appalachian Wireless has a plan to make your life simpler. Forward pay. No contract, no credit check, no problem. Plans start at just $19.99 a month and include unlimited talk and text. Add 3 gigabyte of data for only $29.99 a month. 6 gigabyte of data, $39.99. Or take it to the max with unlimited data plus, only $89.99, which has 50 gigabytes of high-speed data. All the features without the long-term commitment. It's forward pay because we are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Fiber-powered internet from PRTC is fast, crazy fast. Experience crazy fast internet speeds from PRTC with reliable downloads up to 1 gig. Now you can surf, stream, game, chill with speed to spare. And with our new GigaSpire Blast, you'll enjoy the ultimate Wi-Fi experience everywhere in your home. Accelerate your internet. Contact PRTC to sign up or upgrade your internet today.
Hey everyone, we are Leave Those Kids Alone.
We are so happy to announce that we are coming to the Jackson County Fair.
We can't wait to play all of your favorite classic rock hits.
So mark your calendar, Labor Day weekend.
We'll see you at the Jackson County Fair.
We can't wait to rock Kentucky Labor Day weekend.
We are Leave Those Kids Alone.
See you soon.
Located in the Jackson County Regional Industrial Park in Annville, Kentucky, the Jackson County McKee Industrial Development Authority helps companies and communities win. It is and always will be our mission to recruit new business and industry and support the people in our region. We want the people and industry to stay in Jackson County, and here's why. We offer workforce information and training, business planning for new and existing businesses, the fastest broadband in Kentucky, state-of-the-art facilities, and financial assistance and tax incentives. All of this with a rich culture of communities that care. We were just announced as a certified work ready in progress area. What does this mean for Jackson County? It means that we're ready to go to work with a diverse, skilled, and dedicated workforce. We now have a prime 22-acre construction-ready location just off the newly constructed Highway 30 and only 18 miles from I-75. Close enough, yet far enough. We're Kentucky's advanced manufacturing hub.
Welcome back to Jackson County High School here on PRTC TV. It is a final in double overtime. The Sand Gap White Tigers win it 42-36 over Tyner Red, and with me I have the player of the game, our PRTC TV player of the game, and that is Mr. Tyler Sandlin. Tyler, outstanding game tonight. Do you have any idea how many points you had?
Yeah, no idea, man.
You had 33 points and 16 rebounds.
That's pretty tough to know, man.
Now, you know, you ended up with a great game against a great team, and talk to us about it, what it's like to come here to this big gym and this big floor. Was it hard to kind of get your nerves under control when you get out here? Did it shake you up a little bit?
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure when you come out here. You got a lot of people, eyes on you, double overtime. You know, it's a great team we played against. There's a lot of pressure, but you just got to overcome it. That's all I got to say.
I noticed in the first half, you know, you guys like more of an up-tempo transition kind of game. You like to push it up the floor. It seemed like in that first half, though, at least in the first quarter, you guys were pushing it a little bit too hard. It might have been emotions were kind of out of control. Did you feel like there in the first part of the game that it was a little ragged in your team's offensive approach?
We were pretty sloppy coming out. We underestimated our opponent because, I mean, we were pretty lazy, and when you underestimate your opponent, some things can happen. And when we pushed the ball and we didn't get under control, we just lost control and all that.
Now, what's it mean to you to come in here and go up against a very talented Tyner team, but also to go undefeated for the whole season? That has to be special.
Yeah, but you know that there's really good players that could have also went undefeated, but you just got to work harder, I guess. But Tyner's a really good team. McKee had a great team. You just got to overcome it. But
well, you had a heck of a game. Now, are you a fifth grader this year?
Yes.
So you'll be going on to the middle school. Yeah. I noticed that down there you had a real good show of sportsmanship for the Gabbard boy from Tyner. You had a play where you went down there, and I think you kind of ran into him because you just couldn't stop your momentum, and you picked him up and helped him up, put your arm around him, and I like to see that because, you know, a lot of these guys that you're playing against Tyner and McKee come this fall, guess what they're going to be? Your teammates.
Really?
Well, yeah. I mean, you'll be going on to the middle school, and they'll be going on to the middle school. There won't be any more Tyner or Sand Gap and McKee. It'll all be Jackson County Middle School.
Yep.
So, listen, you're a fine young man. I know your mom and dad. I know they've raised you right. I appreciate your heart and your sportsmanship. You keep it up, my friend. 33 points, 16 rebounds. You were the offensive difference maker on the floor tonight, and that's why you are our PRTC TV player of the game.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations, my friend. Hand the headset off to Mr. Carroll over here. Hunter, where you at? Hand the headset off to him right quick, and we're going to wrap this up. Great game, my friend. Great game. Absolutely. You didn't get a chance to hear the interview, but that is a humble young man. He was actually talking as much about the teams he played against than he was anything else, and he said, you know, it could have been anybody, but tonight was my night. And he said, but hats off to Tyner. They're a great team and a great bunch of kids.
That's what you like to hear, and you know, like we talked about that earlier on the broadcast and everything, is, you know, he's smart enough to know too that Eli Summers, Derek Gabbard, they're all fixing to be teammates.
They are.
So there's no point to even get any kind of bad blood or anything. With us being such a small community and only being one middle school, you like it or not, you're going to be teammates with them one way or another.
Yeah, but he's got the right attitude, and like I said, he's been raised right. A lot of great performances tonight by young men and women that just have the right attitude and the right spirit. You saw the emotion from Eli Summers when he fouled out in the fourth quarter. I mean, for him, it was at that moment, it was the end of the world. But, for Eli, he's going to go on and follow behind his brother and become a great colonel and general, just like a lot of these other young men are.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's get a final rundown on some wild stats, some wild scoring, and let's go to Hunter Carroll for that.
We'll start with Tyner. You had Judd, number 23, with 2 points. Baker, number 25, with 2 points. Gabbard, number 35, with 14 points and 5 rebounds. Summers with 18 points and 8 rebounds. Then we'll go to the Sand Gap. Number 24, Saylor, with 2 points. Number 54, Smith, with 2 points. Number 33, Sandlin, with 5 points and 2 rebounds. And then you had number 42, Sandlin, with 33 points and 16 rebounds.
I think I'm adding up some free throw shooting here for Tyner because I really feel like it was their Achilles heel. 2, 4, 6, 8.
13
11,
of 25.
13. Okay, 13. I wondered if you had that. 13 of 25 from the free throw line. You lose by 6 in double overtime, and you missed 12 free throws, and a lot of them were in the fourth quarter and in the 2 overtimes.
It was.
So, but great game. It was exactly what everybody hoped it would be. Congratulations to both teams. Sand Gap completes an undefeated season at 11-0, and Tyner ends their season with a very respectable record of 8-2. That's going to do it for us. It's been a great evening of basketball, and we appreciate you for joining us for it. For Justin Lakes, TJ Isaacs, Mark Solfridge, and Hunter Carroll, this is Brian Murray saying thank you so much for joining us for another presentation of local and regional sports here on PRTC TV.